I came across the craziest fucking Twitch stream debate of all time.
Master debate.
There's some master debaters in here, and here's the thing. This fucking light is so fucking bright.
It's a bright flashlight.
Bright light.
Come on, push it again.
Okay. There we go. That's reasonable.
Easier.
All right. So, anyways, this started with a tweet.
It's fucking powerful.
This began with a tweet. All right. These two ladies are arguing over this tweet where this particular lady, although I don't think she even likes to be, we'll get into her identity in a minute.
Okay.
Over whether or not if a foot fetishist and his girlfriend, if a foot fetishist girlfriend went to a park with him with his shirt off, with their shoes off, and there were children in the vicinity, that they were including children in a sex act non-consensually, which makes them pedophiles.
So she's saying
is a chunk of their argument.
Letting your kid run around without shoes on at a park?
No. So let's say my girlfriend and I go to a park and she takes her shoes off and she just had her fucking petty done and stuff.
Oh.
Since I am attracted to her feet.
Okay, it's kind of like her flashing titties your way in a weird way.
Yeah, so it's as if, even though the kids have no idea, it's as if she's not wearing a shirt on.
Right, no, I got you.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And therefore you are including a child, not just exposing yourself, but including a child. Okay. So, this is the conversation.
This is a stretch.
And this is as stretch as and you would think that this is a joke, but this is 110% serious.
I don't think that I could say that it's more...
Oh, okay. They're going to talk about... Maybe you should have been...
Okay. Wrong to masturbate to somebody, but I think telling them is strange. I don't know if I would say it's morally wrong.
Okay. I should go back a little bit. What they're fucking talking about now is she's asking if you masturbate to somebody, like you're thinking of someone, is that
sexual assault?
Essentially.
Saying someone's consent.
I'm sorry.
I want to make sure that we are protecting people.
I don't believe in morals the way that you do, so I'm trying to avoid that kind of conversation because we don't need to have a ethical conversation in this discussion. I don't think that I could say that it's morally wrong to masturbate to somebody, but I think telling them is strange. I don't know if I would say it's morally wrong. It's clearly going to make them uncomfortable.
It's pretty sensible.
Wait, so hold on. So if you masturbate to someone else and you don't get their consent, then it's fine as long as they don't find out?
Yeah, I don't. I would say that there are ways that it can be wrong.
What are the ways?
I think that sexual desire towards children.
Hold on. Wait, pause. No, we're talking about the nature of what is a sex act. Do not pivot away from this.
I wasn't trying to pivot away. I was trying to tell you an example of where I thought it would be wrong.
Okay, so the example would be wrong if it would be children?
Yeah, I think that there's something inherently predatory about...
Right, so what if we're talking about an adult?
Yeah, that's what I was working to. I don't think it's wrong to think about somebody and masturbate to them.
Yeah, she's very aggressive.
Alright, so why do you think that
I think she's being dominating without her consent.
If you masturbate to someone, then you tell that person you masturbated to them, why do you think that they might be a little put off?
Because you've made them into an object a little bit in your mind. Even if you consider them as a full subject.
Because you randomly came up to a fucking person and said, "Hey, just so you know, I jerk off while I think about you."
I mean, she's not wrong. It's not like I don't think it's wrong that like
to think of somebody while you're
ridiculous.
Masturbating. That's literally how masturbating works.
She was like, that is really funny. It's cool as long as they don't find out. And she was just like.
Oh, it's cool as long as they don't find out.
That's kind of what we were saying. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this is so what I was talking about.
You know how many things in life are totally cool as long as some people don't find out.
The reason I brought this up is because this is literally how Phil Henry works. This is literally how the Phil Henry. This is a topic that the Phil Henry show would do.
Is the girl on the other end that's being so fucking aggressive.
That's the one that believes...
She's in that the feet is all gross.
Yes, she would be the guest in a Phil Henry show.
Okay.
And this
Wow.
she would be the
Yeah,
caller.
dude, she's just dominating.
And Phil Henry.
She just doesn't want her to be able to come up with good answers for her
She's
retarded questions.
She's just desperate. She said something stupid, and she's desperate to
I
win.
kinda
They
feel
all do
bad
this.
for this
They
lady.
all do this. They can't. None of these people can ever admit that they're wrong. But like the
Well,
Phil
they're
Henry,
master debaters.
for all these folks at home, the Phil Henry show was a show that was big in the alt comedy scene in the 1990s and early 2000s, where a guy would talk into a phone and pretend to be a guest, and at a certain point, they would be talking about some relevant news issue, and then at a certain point, they would say something. So they had the Million Moms March, and this woman was a Republican who was against the Million Moms March. At a certain point, vasectomies are brought up. And at a certain point, she starts saying all this bizarre misinformation about vasectomies, where she starts saying that it makes your sperm green and stuff. And then people would call in, about 5% of the callers or whatever, would think that it's real and would call in and then argue. And that's exactly what this reminds me of. This is pure Phil Henry.
It's objectification is
Hold on,
kind
no,
of what we would
the
call
average
it.
person. No, the average for. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and that's not necessarily the case.
Sure.
All right, that's not necessarily the case. It could
I
be
agree.
the case where no, you actually totally no. You just you're really infatuated with them. You see them totally as a person, but you masturbate to them without their consent.
Sure. I think that there's still a level of objectification that can occur there. It doesn't have to, but
Sometimes I get friend requests from women, or or I'll make a friend request and they'll add me, and I get sexually aroused.
yeah.
Do you ever
They
get
make
friend
that
requests
feel-
from really hot women?
You think
Makes
that's
you
the only
feel like an object when you're
to get
told.
you sexually
I
aroused?
give
If
them
they're told that they were
Give them
masturbated
that.
to without acquiring their consent.
half my friends
You
are
asked the
robots.
question again.
You're the one mutual friend that's what that I have with all those
Remember-
I think that is the
Remember,
only reason
remember John?
Yeah,
why
King
someone
Tamer, he
learned
was
that they were
always,
masturbated to
he was like,
without
hell
their
yeah,
consent
sexy
would be
bitch
off-put
energy,
at
I'm
learning
down.
that.
That's why I said, do those
Do
Bosnians
I think that
just
they would
start
be
putting
off put? Is that
pictures
what you
of
just
like
asked?
I'm asking you, do you think that the
girls?
reason that you gave is
We're
the
just gonna
only
click
With
reason?
personalities.
I've already said that I
people
think
just
there's
won't
a
even
reason to be
check.
multitudinous.
Like, they'll be like,
Like,
oh, cool.
Like,
I
what?
got one like that, a gettable girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like they
being-
figured out my
becoming
type.
a
I was like,
sexualized object in the mind of
Figured
somebody
out
else
already.
is itself. I know I did.
To say something else.
wait, hear that?
Yeah.
This is so aggressive.
Sexualized object in the mind of
You
somebody
said that
else
already.
is itself. I know I did.
To say something else.
What the fuck?
I don't know the reasons that everyone might come away with feeling a negative feeling from a particular event. Lots of
Okay,
things
I'm
can lead
going
up
to
to
give
that.
you the answer.
Now,
The answer is violating their consent.
I'm gonna give
That
you
is
your
violating their
answer.
consent.
Were you?
You did violate their consent.
Yo,
Yes,
fuck this
you did.
lady.
If this person is hypothetical, masturbated someone else, and did not acquire their consent to do so, you violated their consent.
She's just never gotten
how did you
laid.
violate their consent?
I
Because
guarantee
you
you.
involved, you were
wonder if
able to
anyone's ever thought
use
about-
an
I wonder if
aspect
she's
of
ever
them
thought about
to
somebody
get
while
yourself off
masturbating.
sexually without their permission.
You used your mind to get yourself off.
You used that person, the image of that person.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, all right.
Hear that, Hillary Duff? You better fucking call the police.
Let me ask you another question.
Mary
Hold on,
Kate
this
and
is-
Ashley.
So is the problem if someone does not know
Apparently,
they can use them
hey,
to
Mary
get
Kate and
off
Ashley, I know you're sisters, but apparently I forced you to make out with each other.
sexually, then it's fine.
It depends on how you use them.
You know who I have a problem
Why
with
is
now
it
that we
bad?
brought this up? Fucking Lena Dunham. I used to watch Girls when it was first on, and that woman insisted on getting fucking naked.
Really?
Constant fuckingly. And to this day, I must have PTSD. I have fucking nightmares of like her mashed potato fucking body.
It's like, I have to be naked. It's a statement.
It's a statement. I'm gonna change beauty
I
standards.
did nude scenes in theater school, and I have to bring that to the screen.
Well, because there are some ways where you can physically use somebody, and there are some ways in which it remains entirely in your mind. I don't think desire itself requires somebody else's consent.
Why does the physicality matter? There are easily sex acts that we can imagine, which are not strictly
Okay, I know
physical.
this is gonna sound. I'm gonna sound as crazy as she does, but fuck it. I get the feeling like she's like I want victim status, just because you were physically, sexually assaulted. Because this. Okay, this is the other thing. Talking about Twitch being right for parody. Do you remember our friend, our mutual admiration society for that comedian that the Vegas's most offensive comedian?
Yeah.
The N-word comedian, you know?
Yeah.
The strength.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I don't know if they get the joke. Should we tell the joke?
Just move on. You can just...
Okay. So you know how he refers to certain people as it's?
Yeah.
This person here.
Isn't it? He's featuring on December 5th.
Where? Oh, your
Noreen's,
place?
Yeah.
No shit. I'm gonna be like, when are you gonna help me, man?
Sunday fun day.
I'm gonna try to. Oh, you should make sure. Oh man, I want him to see me. I want to fucking kill right in front of him. So I want to do my N-word joke.
There you go.
So this lovely person here identifies as an it.
Her?
Yes.
Not the one being mean.
I don't know if it's a joke. Yes, the nice
kind.
one.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a
She's
joke or
pretty
not.
Cute.
I don't know if it's a joke or not, but
From the angle I'm
she
seeing,
identifies,
at
or
least.
it identifies. I don't know if that's a joke or not,
Okay.
but that's my point.
Can you name one for me?
Like masturbating to someone.
But you didn't do an action to them.
Yeah, but you're using them. You are
Using
using
their mind. In your mind, you're imagining them. If you have the picture, like I said, the picture seems to be like the weird part of that. But like,
All right, hold on. I'm going to give you another example, and I'm going to ask you to distinguish it. All right?
Oh my
Because I want to. I'm trying to get exactly like what your morals are here. If you have someone, let's say that you have a person who
This is
goes
great.
out into public, right, and they have a humiliation fetish.
yeah.
Okay? And they go out in front of anyone. It could be children, but just anyone who has not provided consent. And they, I don't know, let's say that they like defecate themselves. All right? And they
I
end
had a scat fetish too. Jesus.
I don't know why you're trying to get like ad homs or whatever in.
Real quick, she doesn't know what an ad hom is, and she doesn't know what
scat is.
Well, she doesn't know what a humiliation fetish is. Here's a humiliation. This is a public
Isn't that like
humiliation.
a girl like hitting you and calling you a pussy and then
Yeah, in front of people.
making you
Yeah,
eat
but
a
yeah,
cookie
but there's
with
like
your own
subtle
cum
things
on
you
it?
can do. Like one thing, I never had this done to me. I never did this, but I have heard about this one of like a girl making a guy like tie her shoes for her in public,
Okay.
or like a woman like ordering your food for you,
Yeah,
or just
yeah,
talking
yeah.
down to you in front
Yeah,
of
I
people.
gotcha.
That's
That's a humiliation.
Yes,
And
that's a
then-
humiliation.
Or it can get
like
higher.
like
and up
emasculating you in
to-
front of your friends, shit like
Totally.
that.
I
That's
get that.
humiliation, or cuckolding. That's also humiliation.
Wait, no, that wasn't it. That wasn't. I said I don't know why they have a scat fetish. That wasn't. I was joking. You gave them one fetish and then you added another. I just was being silly.
You
I'm sorry, I
double-
wasn't trying to ad hom you.
then it's
You put poop
it's a-
on top of it.
We're talking about someone with a humiliation fetish, all right? The point is that they go out into public, all right? And then around other people, they defecate themselves. Other people see them, and as a consequence of other people seeing them,
They're
they
humiliated.
orgasm. Specifically because other people watch them. Would you say that this violates the consent of the other people watching them?
No, I don't think so.
What? All right, hold on. No. Why? You need to justify that right now.
Because I don't think you consent to things you see in public.
So literally, if you are using the site of somebody else to be able to sexually satisfy yourself, you're totally fine with that.
I just don't think that you violated their consent. We can maybe talk about other
Why?
other parts.
Yeah, it's
Why
my
do you not
diaper.
violate
If
their
I want to
consent?
fill it, I
You don't
can.
consent to
What do you
things in
care?
public. I've said this like
This isn't we're not talking about just seeing something in public. We're talking about using someone else, specifically in this case their site, in order to get off.
Yeah, I don't think you violated their consent. You didn't do anything to them.
Oh my, no,
And
all
they
right,
could look away?
see, I don't know what your ethics are.
Wait a second. Wait, how would they even know?
I feel like they're gonna use their nose
How
more
would
than
they
their
know?
eyes.
Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of implied. It's automatically
She
implied
really-
that the person's not taking their pants off.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if he's not exposing themselves or anything like that, they're just shitting their pants. It's like somebody dressed like a big baby.
This ends with her just flipping out because
It's so whoever this girl is the other one a they too? Do you know?
What?
The bitchy one seems like the they.
Yeah, I think the bitchy one doesn't believe that you should be allowed to call yourself it.
Okay,
Which is weird.
Really, she's all over the fucking place.
Yeah, dude, this is nuts. And you know what? I could fucking do this if we could be a huge hit on fucking Twitch because we could just do this shit all the time. We could just be like, here's one, I got one for you. Let's say,
Just get good at twisting.
or
Dude,
just watch this.
I just love how lost she got.
Here's the premise. I can't believe how far into the weeds that they get on this. It's so fucking stupid that you should just dismiss it right off the bat. Like, there's no even...
Just start with
like, if you're a
humiliation
serious
porn.
person, you don't even entertain this conversation. You just go, you're crazy, and then move on. But they've got to fucking get clicks. So they do this argument, and then somebody responds to the argument, and then somebody else responds to the argument. But here's mine. Here's mine. Tell me if you like this one. So when I was 12... I used to. I had a girlfriend as much as you could have a girlfriend as a 12-year-old,
Right.
and she would always insist on going behind the roller rink to make out with me, and at the time I was very excited about it. But now as an adult, looking back on it, I think to myself, "Holy shit! I was dating a pedophile. Why would this girl be so interested in making out with 12-year-old boys?"
That
Now I could just tweet that, dead serious. And if I were on Twitch and I had a following, I bet you I could fucking...
I mean, that's pretty stupid.
I
but
bet you I'd
yeah,
get some action.
I'm sure.
Well, that's
Some
fucking
12-year-old
stupid.
action.
Dude, how many times I thought of that as a
exactly.
joke?
Yeah.
No, as a joke, like yeah, well, that is a joke where, like,
Yeah.
it's fine if you're going to fucking... you might not fuck me in real life, but, by the time I go to bed, you're going to be fucking, you're going to be fucking me in my
Yeah.
dreams,
I mean, that's really a fucking... How did they get there? How did they get there
I
in this
don't even know.
conversation?
I don't know. I tried to find the thread of how that conversation started, but the dominant one, the femdom, blocked her or the they dom blocked her fucking tweet account.
I liked her fucking or them laughing at one point when she just started laughing at her. She was just like.
When she brought up the shit.
Yeah.
What?
It was like he has a humiliation fetish, and then they go out in public, and then she was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna say next," so he poops himself. Yeah, I didn't think she was gonna go to. And then
Oh, by the way, hey, real quick, I forgot to add this. I know somebody might get mad that I said that Lena Dunham had a mashed potato body, but she's a swerf, so she's the enemy, guys. She's a swerf. I don't know if she's a swerf in turf, but she's a swerf.
You're retorted. Hold the surf, am I right? I don't like shrimp that much.